A former Olympic swimmer is organising a swimathon to raise money for brain tumour research. It's after her sister recovered from a brain tumour. Katy Sexton joins us now together with Tim Green from the Brain Tumour Research charity. Welcome, Katy and Tim. Thanks very much for coming in.
No
so, Katy, if I start with you, just tell me a bit about what happened and why you're organising this swimathon.
Probably about 8 years ago, my sister had a pituitary adenoma, which was a golf ball-sized tumour on her pituitary gland. She was feeling really quite poorly with it. And I think after probably being diagnosed about 6 weeks later, she was in hospital having it removed. And I think we look back now and it's just like, my God, we're really lucky you're still here, because it could have resulted in total blindness or her sort of not even being with us. So I've always wanted to give something back, which is how we kind of came up with the idea of the swimathon.
Golf ball size, that sounds enormous compared to the size of a head. It must have been such a difficult time.
I can remember watching her come round after surgery. We went up to the hospital, myself and my mum and her husband, and she's just sort of like feeling all sorry for herself, just sort of like looked at us and just looked like she'd really been through the walls. And you just think, she's had brain surgery, that's quite a big deal.
And so what's going on with the swimathon?
Well, I've got my own swim school, so all my little swimmers from age 3 upwards are all going to be taking part in their lesson time this week. Just their half-hour normal lesson, and just seeing how many lengths they can, and they're raising funds for brain tumour research in the process.
So you don't have to be a kind of Olympic swimmer to take part in this?
No, we're kind of like everybody taking part, everybody joining in and having a bit of fun whilst we're doing it, and it'd be a great experience for the kids, and it's my way of giving something back to something that could hopefully help other people like it's helped Kelly.
And can people kind of give money if they want to, or can they take part?
Yes, I think Tim will talk in a minute about how other people can take part, and I know Kelly's got a Just Giving page as well. I can't remember the link though off the top of my head.
And Tim, you're from Brain Tumour Research. I suppose what you do is in the name, but can you explain in a bit more detail some of the things that you're looking into?
Yeah, so many of your viewers may not be aware, but brain tumours kill more children and adults under the age of 40 than any other cancer, but we receive just less than 1% of the National Cancer Research spend on this discipline. So it's a hugely underfunded area. Portsmouth University houses the UK's flagship Centre of Excellence for research into this discipline under the leadership of Professor Jeff Pilkington. And it's a lab-based team there looking into different areas of brain tumours. There's over 120 different types of brain tumour, so it's very complex. As you can appreciate, within the brain, it's a very complex organ, so there's no quick win or answer.
Why do you think it is that this particular area of cancer doesn't get as much funding as others?
It's a really difficult question to answer, but, and there is no exact answer for that question, but there's a lot of lobbying that's been happening recently within government, and we had a huge breakthrough recently. An e-petition was set up by the family of Stephen Ralph, who was a patient that sadly died at a very young age. And that e-petition was a government-led e-petition which needed 100,000 signatures in order to be discussed in government. It reached that, over 120,000 signatures on that, and that got debated on the 18th of April, and from that the government has said that we need to do more. So it's step one of quite a few, but we're making strides forward, and we need people like Katy and Kelly and a lot of our supporters to continue doing what they're doing in order for us to find the cure.
And I mean, Katy, it kind of worked out for your sister, but
Yeah.
Is that a kind of usual outcome? Because it sounds like something that would be really difficult to kind of get over and recover from.
I think Kelly was very lucky in the fact that it was notified when she found it, and it was sort of like operated on, because some people go easily so undetected, and I think that's the problem. It's sort of like, obviously the charity is trying to find ways that it can be found a lot easier, and then hopefully get full clean diagnoses.
And what does your sister, she's not here with us kind of on the sofa today, but what does she think about what you're doing now to raise money? And is she kind of taking part at all?
Yeah, she's taking part. I think myself and her, we're both going to be joining my adult swim session on Friday evening. And I'm just really proud of her to actually come out and tell people her story and share it. And hopefully her word out there will help other people to be aware of the charity and hopefully move that forward and make people more aware.
And Tim, just finally, are there kind of any signs or symptoms that people should be aware of that might relate to brain tumours?
In a quick answer, there are many, and all I would say to anybody that's concerned is, keep going to your GP. One way of being it being brought up is often in when you're having your eyes checked in opticians, but all I would say is there is no answer, and that's one of the issues that we find. So if you're unsure, keep going to your GP, and just keep going and going and going until you get the answer you need, and don't take no for an answer if you feel there is something wrong. And we're just really thankful to have supporters like we've got at the charity that do things like this for us.
Well, thank you very much both for coming in, and good luck with the Swimathon and with your ongoing quest for research funding, and good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.